So with this video lecture, we are starting the new course that is Intermediate Microeconomics 2 for semester 4. Earlier, we made an entire course that was for semester 3. It was your Intermediate Micro 1. So with continuing with the series, we take forward the Intermediate Micro 2 for semester 4. And before, just like the usual, before we start the series, let me give you an introduction of what is there in the course. So this time, as compared to the last time, the course is much more easier, right? Earlier, we were discussing more on the consumer side, more on the firm side. There was one unit for the firm. There was a lot of chapters for the consumers. But as we move forward in this semester, our focus changes to market. ठीक है? So कंज्यूमर क्या डिसीजन लेता है, फर्म क्या डिसीजन लेती है. Apart from that, the firm that we discussed was perfect competition. So in the entire unit 3, we assumed a certain kind of market structure that was perfect competition. But now we move ahead and we assume that the market can be monopoly, that can be monopolistically competition. So a lot of divergence from what we studied in semester 3 and a lot more easy stuff as compared to semester 3. As compared to semester 3, semester 4 is very easy. Okay, so let's discuss what's there in the semester course wise. So we have 5 units in this. The course is not vast in the sense that although the number of units are more, the weightage, the number of chapters per unit are very less. Okay, so starting with unit number 1, we have monopoly. तो मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर की जब हम बात करते हैं तो हमारे पास परफेक्ट कंपटीशन हमने डिस्कस करा था, उसकी कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज थी. नाउ वी मूव टू अनदर अ स्पेशल काइंड ऑफ मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर दैट इज मोनोपोली. And from this, we digress from the typical variant. Now we move to a slightly higher level book that is Nicholson and Snyder. Although in my lecture series, I have combined Nicholson and Snyder as well. But in this unit, it is entirely from Nicholson and Snyder. It is your chapter number 14, just one chapter, although a very lengthy chapter, very interesting one, but not that technical as compared to your semester 3 again. So what is the weightage of this? This is just 20%. Okay, 20% fairly divided. Second is unit number 2. Here is where the tricky part comes in. It is again consumer theory but with two consumers. Again consumer theory but with two products. Again with two markets. So everything is getting double, right? So we are in a general framework, general equilibrium framework, as in two consumers, two product, two markets. And for this, again, we come back to our typical variant, chapter 31 and 33. It has a good weightage of 30%. We cannot take this unit lightly. It is going to be a little tough. I mean, the toughest of the whole course. But yeah, it is from variant and it will be manageable. Next, we move to unit number 3, that is models of monopolistic competition. So this is again another kind of market structure. Till now, we have discussed perfect competition. When we talk of monopolistic competition, it is the market that we typically see. For example, Coke and Pepsi. It is a monopolistic competition market. Then we have a typical Colgate market, toothpaste market, right? It is typically monopolistic competition. So it is the typical product market that we see in everyday scenario, right? So this is the unit number 3. The weightage is very less, and only that we have to cover one section of variant. So very small weightage, 10%, but yeah, scoring in the sense that it is not that tough to cover. Next, we move to externalities. We all know the definition of externalities as econ students, but we will get into the technicalities, solving things, approaching externalities from a mathematical angle, of course. For this, again, we return to our favorite variant, chapter number 34. Weightage is fairly fine, 20% for one chapter, good enough. Then we move to the next chapter, public goods. We all know the definition of public goods. Semester 1 maybe intro micro, maybe we have done all these definitions, but now typically we will get into the technical parts, a little more peculiar part, which will be very peculiar to the research angle, mathematical angle. Again, we come back to variant chapter 36. adding one chapter from Nicholson and Snyder, chapter number 19, with some few pages. And this is again with a weightage of 20%. So this is the course. If you see, there is a digression from the perfect competition that you assumed in unit number 3, also in the introductory micro course. तो अब digression है. We are introducing market power to the system, and whenever there is a market power, monopoly, another kind of market, monopolistic competition. तो हम डाइग्रेशन, फर्स्ट डाइग्रेशन क्या है परफेक्ट कंपटीशन का, मार्केट पावर. और कौन से दो चैप्टर्स हमारे, मोनोपोली और मोनोपोलिस्टिक कंपटीशन, ऑलिगोपोली नहीं है कोर्स में. देन वी हैव externality. So perfect competition breaks down in case of externality, again a digression from perfect competition. Then perfect competition breaks down in case of public goods, right? So then when we talk of general equilibrium, although we assume perfect competition, but this is not limited to one product, one person and one input, right? It is a complex version of your perfect competition. So we are digressing from perfect competition to this. And this semester, what I want to announce is we will try doing the questions as well. We could not do much question practice in the last semester, although the lectures were incorporating certain questions. So this semester we will try doing at least 2-3 back questions every time we cover a unit or a chapter. We will try that. So with that, this it finishes the introduction. Again, just like last semester, what we do is we have a WhatsApp group. The link to the WhatsApp group for the course is given in the description. You can join that for the for all the updates, right? All the lectures which will be uploaded will be posted on that group. So the first step would be to join the group, and from now we after this introduction lecture, we will start with lecture number 1, where we will be doing the monopoly from Nicholson and Snyder. So that would be all. If you have any queries related to the course, you can let me know in the comment section. So thank you.